just had a thought. Do you think if men had to do the work of wives, they would still want to get married? Like if the roles were reversed and the spousal expectations on wives and husbands swapped, right? The gender roles swapped. Do you think men would still want to be married as much?
You mean the husband would get to stay home and cook, take care of the house and take care of the kids? And by cooking, I mean ordering Uber Eats on the wife's money. And by taking care of the house, I mean pushing buttons on various household appliances and vacuuming the house once a week, then spending the rest of the day mindlessly scrolling on social media or posting cringe on TikTok. And by taking care of the kids, I mean sending them off to school, and after they come back from school, just handing them the tablet so they don't bother him, and school is out, sending them off to camp on the wife's money so they don't bother him. All the while, his wife is working 16-hour shifts plus overtime during weekends and holidays, while his ever-expanding thermal exhaust port grows faster than the U.S. national debt.
Bruh.
And when she asks for bedroom fun, he fakes a headache.
Just like a woman.
And after consulting with his single male friends, he suddenly decides his wife is an impediment to his happiness because she works too much and isn't emotionally intelligent. So he divorces her, takes the kids and everything she has. Then he lives off of the alimony and child support she's forced to pay him, while also laying pipe on Chadina, Tyrona, and Fupa the female clown.
I see this as an absolute win.
Now, the real question is, are you willing to swap those gender roles with your husband? That's what I thought.
So I found more wild raisins.
What?
So I found more wild raisins. And I thought it wouldn't be fair for me to keep them to myself. So I figured I would bag up as much as I can. And I'm going to make some homemade oatmeal raisin cookies and bring them into the office.
Something magical is about to happen to Sydney Sweeney.
You mean she's finally gonna develop some acting skills?
And these bikini photos that have just been released, that we know what kind of men are calling her ugly, extremely chunky, zero, mid. This is all just symptomatic of a life-changing career move for Sydney Sweeney. Well, she will finally be released from the shackles of the male gaze in this role, and physically encompassing this boxing champion, and allowed to play a character that is not for the male gaze.
And the funny thing is, the only reason Sydney Sweeney is famous is because males gaze at her.
You're goddamn right.
Sydney Sweeney's viral bikini pics have been body shamed by the ugliest men in the world. I mean, those bikini photos are still like perfect.
You're kidding, right?
Stop it. Get some help.
Sweetie, Sydney Sweeney is mid. Like, she's 5'3", and the average female height in America is 5'3". And if we're gonna compare general physical attractiveness, this is 27-year-old Sydney Sweeney, and this is 43-year-old Romanian actress Alexandra Dinu. Sydney Sweeney is objectively mid, just like Margot Robbie is mid, just like Taylor Swift is mid, just like Sabrina Carpenter is mid, just like most Hollywood celebrities are mid, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with being average. Now, I do not condone body shaming in any way, but when you become famous because of your body, you can't really be surprised when strangers on the internet give their opinions, however mean they may be, about you changing the body that made you famous. By the way, this also happened to 54-year-old Vin Diesel. They body shamed the F out of him for this picture. And more recently, Dave Bautista caught some flack for losing most of his muscle mass. In both these instances, I didn't see any of you lovely ladies crying on TikTok about these men being body shamed.
Ironic.
I've said this before, and I'll say it again. If it weren't for double standards, some of you lovely ladies would have no standards.
What pisses me off is the discourse around how women only go for the top 15% of men. Like, am I supposed to be going for the fat loser who doesn't have a job and lives at home? Am I supposed to be attracted to that? Obviously, I'm going to be attracted to the guy who's ambitious, the guy who's manly, the guy who takes care of himself and his health and works out, the guy who's tall, the guy who's going to give my kids good genetics. Why on earth would I be attracted to the fat loser? And an average guy, like, why, if I could pick the best of the best, why would I be attracted to the mid-tier?
I don't know. Maybe because that's your level.
Ma'am, you're average looking at best.
Especially if I'm a tall...
Shut up, Meg.
Sweetie, the Hollywood celebrities I talked about in the previous clip have trouble getting a top-tier man to commit to them. I mean, Taylor Swift made a billion-dollar singing career out of not being able to keep a man. So, sorry to burst your bubble, but the likelihood of you locking down a top-tier man is about as likely as Kamala Harris being elected Miss Universe.
And that's the bottom line, 'cause Stone Cold said so.